Swatch wasn't the first watch in an all-plastic case, but it was the first one to be sold as a fashion item.
We started positioning Swatch as a fashion accessory, so in a way outside its category, and then in a way, while being successful, coming back into our category as the leader and re-becoming a watch.
Each year, Swatch sell 28 million watches in a total of 200 different designs. It's an icon of the successful 20th century consumer product.
Well, I think at the heart of Swatch's success is their ability to use design in every way to appeal to people's emotions. And I think that they've managed in a very short space of time, it's only just over 10 years, to create a global brand which just about everybody knows.
That's quite neutral, isn't it?
We have in every collection probably 20, 30 different themes that we develop inside and which then become watches. But we don't just apply design on watches.
Nous sommes fiers d'avoir pu faire 100 millions et je suis très reconnaissant à tous ceux qui ont acheté nos montres. C'est probablement 70 millions de personnes dans le monde entier.
The marketing secret of Swatch is its message.
Swatch keeps very, very strongly to the truth of its message. I mean, it really gives you what it promises. High quality, low cost, provocation, and joy of life.
It means an instant watch. You don't have to worry about. You can do anything with it, lose it, and you don't really mind because it's reasonably priced.
Reliability,
colourful, cheap and cheerful.
long life.
I can take it anywhere and I can fall into pools and not have to worry about it.
10 minutes to 2, right?
You leave it. You can sell it for much money. All my fans will buy it for me.
They will? Is this worth something though?
Yeah, sure.
Why can't people have fun and bring some fun into what they do in their businesses and also what they bring to the marketplace? I think it's a way of doing things which is about Swatch and Swatchness.
Swatchness, what's that?
Well, Swatchness is it's the identity of Swatch. It's the way they do what they do. It's who they are. It's how they produce their products. It's the way they behave as an organisation. It's the way in which Swatch are going.
More than the Sony boss or the Mercedes-Benz boss, I identify myself with this message, and it's a true one.
In Britain, the message of Swatchness hasn't been quite as well received as on the continent. Italians buy 6 times as many Swatches as the British. So, to help spread their message, Swatch set up a UK collectors club last year. They already have 2,000 members. Last Easter, collectors travelled from all over Britain to this London party to celebrate the launch of the Eggs Dream watch.
Are you pleased with it?
Yes, I am. I think it's really nice.
It's a bit funny with all those eggs and timers on it.
Oh, I like it. It's different.
Once you start, it's just like a roller coaster. You just keep on and on and on.
We're a family of collectors. My other son collects champagne corks.
I've got about 30 favourites, so I can't really say. I like them all.
We just love it. We're thinking of designing our own one day, aren't we?
I buy them for the love of them, because they're so nice.
At the Collectors Club, the fun is carefully manufactured and everybody gets some. The watches are a bit more scarce. 800 collectors applied for an Eggs Dream, but only 400 were available. A raffle decided who was lucky enough to be able to pay £45 for one. Within minutes, Eggs Dreams were changing hands at double that figure.
The whole thing about Swatch now is people are hoping to get the collector's one, so eventually they'll go up in price.
Some people even make a living out of buying and selling Swatches. Second-hand Swatch dealer Joseph Falcone travels the world buying up rare Swatches. He claims he turned down an offer of over £1 million for his collection.
To us, it's about a love for the watches and about we're so fortunate to be born during this era of time where Swatch does now exist. And we can possess these pieces, but we can never own them. They're going to outlive us, and they're going to outlive you, and my children, and everyone else's children. Swatch is history that's going to go on and on, but it's art.
Art or not, many models go up in value, but it's the rare limited editions which change hands for serious money.
This piece here today in pristine condition is worth a minimum of £1,800. Over here, you're looking at probably 850 to 1,000 pounds.
Joseph, what's the most expensive watch you own?
This one here is in the area of about, say, about 22 to 23,000 pounds.
For one plastic watch?
Well, it's a little bit more than a plastic watch. I mean, this is a work of art.
Every year, Swatch invites famous artists and designers to create special limited edition watches. However, not everyone thinks Swatch is art.
But it's not a watch. It's a timepiece. It's good for telling you the time. All right. But it doesn't give any touch to me. It's plastic. It's something to be thrown away.
A watch can be anything you like. It has historic, intellectual, technical, aesthetic, amusing and useful qualities. Take which one you want and see if you can find a watch with the quality you want. Some watches contain all of those qualities. Swatch doesn't, but then doesn't cost as much as a watch that does.
The simplest George Daniels watch starts at £100,000. He makes just one watch a year, handcrafting every single component himself. But no mechanical watch, not even a Daniels, is as accurate as a £23 quartz-driven Swatch.
I don't think the public are very intrigued with close timekeeping. In fact, it's a bit humiliating, having something on your wrist that is never, ever wrong. It puts one in rather a bad light, don't you think? I mean, we all have our faults. You can't find any excuses if your watch doesn't show any variation in time.
Hayek wanted Swatch to be even bigger and pushed for investment in automated factories. The banks asked him to put his money where his mouth was. So in 1985, he put together a consortium, invested £50 million and took over as chairman and chief executive. Automation has effectively removed labor costs from the production process. 15 years ago, this industry was all men working at benches. Today, 15 people tend 460 machines, making 14 million components a week. SMH now exports millions of watch movements to Hong Kong and Japan. Automation also guarantees the high quality of the microscopic components.
The quality control and the quality need of a Swatch is higher, or in the same high, that a Rolex or Omega or something else. For my opinion, better.
It's high quality. When we presented it to the press at the beginning, we presented it underwater. And our department stores, so everybody sees it's completely watertight. We threw it against the wall so that everybody sees it doesn't break. It's a very sturdy, very high quality watch. So high quality, low cost. We never changed the price of Swatch for the consumer since the beginning. We ignore inflation. I keep saying this every year in the annual report of SMH, that the PTT and the Swiss government and everybody else should learn from us not to get an excuse by increasing prices every year, because they're not inefficient in doing things. That's why I'm so much loved around here.
In the last 10 years, the Swiss watch industry has completely turned round. Today, it has 55% of worldwide watch sales, compared with only 25% in 1982. The success of SMH has boosted the image of all Swiss brands.
Tag Heuer's own growth has been 30 to 40% per annum over the last 4 years, but that's been the case with several other brand names in the UK that I can mention. Swatch continues to grow. Rolex's growth last year was more than 10% in the UK.
I think we were both proud of the fact that the Swiss watch industry is probably the only technically orientated mass industry with mass production which succeeded against the Japanese. And I think this could be a good example for many European industries.
Yeah, the Japanese make high technology. It's definitely sure that they do. And we have very much respect for what they do in this field. The only trouble is that their costs are more expensive than ours today.